ano yung binubulong-bulong mo dyan?
Admiral, good morning.
Good morning, good morning.
Naku, Admiral, alam mo, naghahanap ako ng mga places dahil alam mo, summer na. Malapit na ang tag-init. Kaya naman, iniisip ko tuloy kung ano nga ba. O, tingnan mo nga naman, two-piece yan eh. O, ayan yung
Outing
mga places to go dahil last episode na.
Gastos na naman yan.
Last episode na po mga kamarino ng season 15 at next month. Panibagong season na tayo mga kamarino. Pero tama ka doon. Medyo gastos na sa ating mga kamarino. Pero recreational ang tawag doon.
Okay, sige.
Oh, di ba?
Dahil mo talagang maaga yung pagpaplano yan.
Correct.
Pero sa bagay, may kasabihan tayo. Daig na maagap ang masipag.
Pues, alam nyo ha, mga kamarino, pag maaga kayo nagplano ng trip, abay mura ang ticket. Mura ang ticket, saka makakabili kayo ng mga sale items. O, diba? Kaya we really need to plan para may direksyon ang ating mga aksyon.
And speaking of plan, inalam natin from our guest for today
ano yun?
kung ano-ano nga ba ang kanilang mga plano for this year. Alam niyo mga kamarino, maraming mga challenges ngayon na hinaharap ang maritime industry. Kaya kailangan we really need to be prepared.
Tamang-tama ka dyan, ha? At kung tayo po ay magsasama-sama at magkakaisa, abay sigurado walang palyaya na malalampasan po natin anumang pagsubok na ating haharapin. Kaya mga kamarino ha, samahan niyo po kaming muli for 30 minutes.
And sail with us. All aboard dito sa
Yan ang Marino. Admiral, dito maganda eh. Tingnan mo ha. Tingnan.
The Maritime Industry Authority, as the single maritime administration, continues to improve its standards in ship management as well as promoting the general welfare of the Filipino seafarers. Today, let's find out the changes that they are implementing to achieve these goals.
In 2012, through the Executive Order Number 75, the Maritime Industry Authority was assigned as the single administration in the Philippines responsible to oversee the implementation of the 1978 International Convention on Standards of Training, Certification, and Watchkeeping. And the audit of the European Commission on Philippine Maritime Education is already set next month. Kaya naman inalam namin kung ano-ano ang mga ginagawang paghahanda ng Marina para dito.
Itong meeting na ginawa natin ngayon, karugtong na meeting to nung mga nagdaang linggo. Bahagi ng paghahanda ng Marina kasama yung mga sister agencies, no, CHED, TESDA, PRC, DOH, and TC para sa mangyayaring audit ng European Maritime Safety Agency dito sa atin sa Pilipinas. At the audit will happen on March 18 to 22. So, nag-meeting kami para tiyakin ang ating paghahanda sa darating na audit. Nagpirma ang CHED saka yung Marina ng isang memorandum of agreement kung saan yung Marina naging bahagi na ng technical panel for maritime education.
Ayon sa Marina, malaki na ang improvement ng mga maritime schools because of their outcome-based monitoring.
We started hiring and developing that pool of assessors. Kasi nag-iisang observation, wala daw mga technical people of government to undertake the monitoring of schools or training centers. So we identified them. These are the people who are competent and they have the technical background to undertake assessment, monitoring, audits. And these people are not in any way related to any maritime education and training institution.
Kasama na rito ang pakikipagtulungan sa Commission on Higher Education sa pagsasaayos ng lahat ng programa na may kinalaman sa maritime education at pagmomonitor sa mga paaralan to know if they are properly complying with the STCW.
So dito natin na-identify that we have to have our national quality standard system. Isang standard lang para sa implementation ng STCW.
Aside from this preparation, Marina is currently engaged in their other responsibilities which include making sure that the standards are being followed by agencies, and modernizing of domestic fleets.
Para matiyak natin na yung mga barko nagko-comply talaga sa standards. And kung magkakaroon ng single class, hindi na magulo ang pag-survey ng mga barko at saka hindi na maaari na poor maintenance, hindi maayos ang barko, medyo hindi na dapat ipasa ng class, pumapasa pa dahil mas mababa yung standards na pinapalo nila. And we would like to ensure the seaworthiness of all the vessels trading in the domestic fleet. Bahagi ng programa natin ang pagpapalakas ng ating registry. Nag-iimbita tayo ng mas maraming mga principal and ship owners na i-consider nila na yung barko nila ay dito magrehistro sa Pilipinas, be able to fly the Philippine flag. So, if you have a vibrant registry, that will bring more income to the country because you will have more tonnage fees and the likes, and you will be able to employ more seafarers on board these vessels that will consider flying the Philippine flag. So pinapag-aralan natin na mabigyan sila ng karampatang ayuda, tulong ng gobyerno upang sa ganun mapalakas pa natin ang ating shipbuilding and ship repair sector. Mag-i-implement tayo ng progressive restriction of importation of vessels. Upang sa ganun, hanggat maaari, huwag na tayong bumili ng second-hand vessels, gawin na lang natin dito.
Marina has the vision of being the premier maritime administration in Southeast Asia, propelling the Philippine maritime industry to global competitiveness. Kaya naman ang buong industriya ng maritima ay umaasa na lalo itong mapapalakas through their leadership.
Sa mga minamahal naming stakeholders in the maritime industry, yung ating mga marino, yung ating mga may-ari ng barko, and everybody who is actually involved in the maritime industry. We thank you for your continued support to the authority, but and at the same time, we assure you of our commitment to do what we can so that we'll be able to protect and promote the welfare of the seafarers and to be able to ensure the seaworthiness of the vessels so that the lives and the goods on board these vessels will be amply protected and secured.
Up next, let's find out what's new with the Philippine Association of Maritime Institutions now that it has a new president. Our interview with the newly elected president of the Philippine Association of Maritime Institutions, or PAMI, shows that this organization is in tune with the changes in the maritime industry. What measures are they taking to keep up with the changes? Let's watch it. Sa pagpasok ng panibagong taon ay bago na rin ang presidente ng Philippine Association of Maritime Institutions o PAMI. Kaya naman ang mga plano ng bagong management, prepared na prepared.
I was elected during the PAMI convention in Lawag, Northwestern University in December, and I have assumed my role as president of Philippine Association of Maritime Institutions this January. As a whole, we have 96 schools under CHED, no, with CHED permit. And for PAMI, we have more or less 50 to 60 members.
Their goal is to cooperate and give their full support to various government agencies in their efforts for the development of Filipino seafarers.
Especially in the implementation of the revisions of STCW 2010, and one program we have which happened last week is the pilot testing of the updating and refresher course for the basic safety training.
Their plans for maritime schools?
The improvements of the curriculum for the Bachelor of Science in Maritime Transportation and in the Marine Engineering. The schools must have its own training facilities, and because it is impossible for all the schools to meet this requirement. We're coming up with plans, and that is also supported by the Marina.
Tammy aims to have the best solution for the industry's current and upcoming problems.
For the MLC to be included in the curriculum, or for the MLC as a separate training program.
Isa na dyan ang pagkakaroon ng K+12 program na naglalayong maiangat ang kalidad ng edukasyon sa ating bansa sa pamamagitan ng pagdadagdag ng 2 taon sa basic education kung saan hanggang ngayon ay marami pa ring magulang ang hindi sumasang-ayon. At paano naman ang mga paaralan na walang enrollees for 2 years?
The implementation of the K+12. And with this, there will be 2 years that we won't be having graduates. Yes, eventuality no graduates for 2 years, and also no first year for the first year, and no first year, second year for the second year. And by 2016, this will be implemented, and there will be problems among schools for what will happen to our teachers, to our programs.
Ang kanilang payo sa ating mga kamarino,
it is our problem to have the additional 2 years in high school or in basic education, but it is really needed. For maritime, yes, because we have so much to learn from, and we have to know our own interest, kung iyon ba talaga ang gusto ko as a student, or yun ba talaga ang kaya ko as a student. That's why we have the K+12. Doon pa lang sa senior high school, malalaman nyo na. You'll be exposed to maritime education and to all other disciplines.
mula po dito sa Ang Marino, good luck to all your objectives.
We are Batch 131, Marinators, and you are watching Ang Marino.
Up next, ano nga bang mayroon sa manning agency na ito?
Ang Ang Marino po ay hindi tumitigil na ipakilala sa inyo ang mga manning agencies na maaari ninyong pasukan. Naririto ang isa na namang ahensya na nagtitiwala sa galing at husay ng Pilipinong magdalagat.
Ang mga Grieko ay kilalang nangunguna pagdating sa seafaring business. Kaya nga noong 1968, isang Grieko ang nagtayo ng manning agency dito sa Pilipinas dahil sa nakitaan niya ng sipag at tiyaga at galing ang mga Pilipino.
Adamson Philippines Inc. was started by my father, Alexander Adamson, back in 1968, prior to the POEA and the NSB. They would be direct hires, no paperwork like there is now. And that was the origin. I guess it must have been 2 or 3 companies at the time that were operating like that.
Sa ngayon, ang Adamson ay pinamamahalaan ng anak ng founder nito at ng kanyang apo.
And the best thing is a happy crew, happy ship. You have safe voyages, and that's the bottom line.
We do support the Greek Orthodox community. There's many people involved, and we do a lot of support for that, as well as the Adamson University Foundation. Through donations, we support that as well.
More than 40 years na sa serbisyo ang ahensyang ito, yun daw ay dahil
Yes, we have a cadet training program for the families of our crew. Usually we take a few in every couple of months. And depending on their situation, we pay for their training.
ang kanilang mga layunin.
Adamson Philippines Inc. strives to be professional. Our primary concern is co-jointly for that of the seaman and the ship owner, because we want to make sure that we are supplying the ship owner with qualified crew, and at the same time we want to make sure that the qualified crew are going on board seaworthy vessels.
According to them, a regular internal assessment of the company is done to help improve their service.
Always try to keep improving ourselves in the service of the Filipino seafarer and the ship owner.
We've been cited from the POEA as helping to continue the seafaring program here in the Philippines, as well as my grandfather helping to be one of the first to put Filipinos on Greek vessels.
Kung ang Adamson na isa sa mga naunang nagdala ng mga Pilipinong marino sa barko ay tumagal, aba, ang kanilang mga marino nagtagal din sa kumpanya. Bakit kaya?
Since na 2004 po, nagsimula ako dito sa Adamson until now. Kasi po maganda nga po yung pasahod po din nila, at saka yung mga SSS, pag-ibig, updated po ang mga nila binibigay sa amin.
Nakikita ko naman dito sa company nito na sa Adamson na maganda naman yung pamamalakad nila. Siguro mas matagal pa ako dito.
Pinapanatili daw nila ang family atmosphere.
You know, my grandfather started the company, so I'm now just starting with the company, and I'd like to keep everything sort of like a family atmosphere.
Talaga naman ang samahang Pilipino at mga Griyeko ay subok na dahil patuloy na pinaghuhusay ng Pilipinong marino ang kanilang trabaho mula noon hanggang ngayon.
Maraming salamat dito sa Adamson. Sana marami pa silang matulungan na seafarers. Thank you po.
Seafarers are welcome and invited to join our company, and if they would like to see any opportunities, they could go to adamsonphil.com, or our contact infos are 816-2316 or 816-0794. And we're located in Makati if they would like to pass by.
IMO Model Course 6.09 is one of the model courses which is mandated by the STCW.
Inalam namin mula sa Philippine Association of Maritime Centers Inc. or PAMPCI ang kanilang mga plano pagdating sa pagbibigay ng training sa mga Pilipinong marino. Meron bang mga pagbabago? Seafarers were trained to man, supervise, and maintain ships on board. What about those who have become maritime instructors? Do they have skills to teach?
The Philippine Association of Maritime Training Centers is one of those who are blessed or granted by the Maritime Training Council, now by Marina, to offer the course. Aside from the National Maritime Polytechnic, we have Development Academy of the Philippines, and the PJMCC.
That is why the Philippine Association of Maritime Training Center Inc. is here to provide world-class maritime trainings to Filipino mariners.
IMO Model Course 6.09 is one of the model courses which is mandated by the STCW. This is a training course for instructors.
Kaya naman patuloy ang pagbibigay nila ng quality trainings sa mga maritime instructors upang lalong maging dekalidad ang ating mga magdaragat. They are equipping themselves with all the needed skills to become excellent instructors and trainers.
But when you teach, you are supposed to have the skills such as presentation skills, facilitation skills. You should have good communication skills, lesson planning, methodologies, strategies of teaching, which were not part of their education before they become seafarers, especially the ship's officers.
PAM TCI is also busy in keeping up with the round-year activity, which is assisting various maritime schools.
In order to produce quality seafarers, we have to produce quality instructors and assessors too. We are doing refresher courses, like the one what we have done last week. This is the basic safety training course with concentration on methodologies and activity-based, because we are now targeting the outcome-based training program in cooperation with PAMI and other organizations responsible for this, such as government entities like the CHED.
And cooperating with other maritime institutions in meeting the requirements of the International Convention on Standards of Training, Certification, and Watchkeeping for Seafarers.
For the ship's officers who would like to join education and training and make this as a career or your profession, and you have the passion for teaching and assessment, we are inviting you to attend or register for the training program IMO Model Course 6.09, or the training course for instructors, and IMO Model Course 3.12 as a training course for assessors, and help us and the government produce quality instructors and quality seafarers in return. So we are open, and we are inviting you to register to PAM TCI with telephone number 5222039, and we will be accommodating you. Thank you very much.
Marichelia would like to thank Dr. Almon Derla of La Estetica, Tomas Morato Branch, with hotline 332-8604.
It's been another fun-filled and informative morning, mga kamarino.
Yes, we hope that you have not just enjoyed watching our show, but we have discovered new or something new to enrich your life.
Do continue to keep abreast with the latest and most updated news in the maritime industry by tuning in every Saturday, 11 to 11:30 in the morning, dito pa rin po sa PTV4, ang telebisyon ng bayan.
And for your comments and suggestions, pwede po kayong bumisita sa aming website, www.yanangmarino.com, at syempre, i-like niyo po kami sa Facebook, pwede rin kayo mag-post yan, ha? O kaya, i-friend niyo po kami ni Admiral. May Facebook po si Admiral. Parang meron na hindi active. Kaya kami Facebook, pare yaw po.
Hindi makakibo.
Pare yaw din. Oo, ayan. Booking kit pag Facebook. Nakaingat mga kamarino, ha?
At para sa may mga internet access, mapapanood na rin po kami through live streaming. Just type www.etni.tv.
Keep doing your best, mga kamarino, kahit saang larangan po yan. But for now,
Anchors away!
bye!
Bye!
Happy anniversary, mga